Okay, I got our recording turned on here. We got our timer started. Okay, so I'm being shown a like big truck, like a country boy jacked up truck who had a jacked up truck, not like a semi truck, but like a jacked up. That's the only way. That's what we call it here, jacked up truck. Do you know what that means? Like a
Yeah.
like a they like get lifts on it or like a big old tire, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense to you?
There's a few people that I know have had those kind of trucks before.
Of course, because Kate, everybody lifted truck, lifted. Yeah, we called them jack.
Yeah.
Lifted. Okay, so somebody who was very, very big on their vehicles, and they would have been known for like this truck. Like they'd have been known. Like I see them peeling out in it. I see them doing all kinds of craziness. I don't know if y'all hung out on like a main street. I know that's a thing. Like in Oklahoma, it's a thing where it's like, oh, let's go, do the drag on Main Street or whatever. I'm gonna try to turn this a little bit. Okay, so this is a younger male energy. I want to say like he's probably in his 30s at this point in time, but he was probably in his 20s, late 20s, early 30s when he passed. The younger energy that's coming through. I feel like this is either a friend or like a cousin. But I don't feel like this is super, super close to you, but it's someone that you ran in the streets with, like it was somebody you ran in the same circles with. Okay. He's a thinner guy. He's not real hefty. He doesn't want to say a damn word. He's just pointing at shit. He just keeps showing me stuff. He's like, talk about the spinning out of the wheels. Show her that. And this could have even been someone that you went to high school with. I'm seeing a high school parking lot. I'm seeing a lot of people out like after a football game even. Okay, so this is somebody that you possibly went to school with that's coming through for you. Okay, what messages do you have for her? Can you tell me? I'm getting a J name, maybe a John or Jonathan.
Oh my God, it's Jason again.
Jason. Okay. I got it. I know who it is. Okay. Okay, we know who it is now. Jason's back. Okay. Do you have questions remaining for Jason from the last time we talked to him, or did you have anything that was unresolved here?
No, I talked to his mom the next day later, and she like confirmed everything, but I just kind of left it at that.
Okay. Oh, he's so happy. He's like, thank you for talking to mom. He said thank you. He's really thankful that you talked to her. He's saying that she actually received it better than you think that she did. Like that it really hit her heart. And he's very, very thankful that you went and did that. He just wanted to tell you thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. How is she doing? Like he's saying she took it better than expected, but at the same time, she's like, it's kind of got her a little emotional. You haven't talked to her since.
Yeah, I think anything that has to do with Jason is like a bittersweet.
Yeah.
Because that was her baby and she lost him at a very young age. And I think she still holds the what if he was here.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's like, I wanted to bring closure to my mom and it didn't necessarily work the way that I wanted it to, but he's happy that he was able to get those messages through. But he's just so thankful. He wants to tell you thank you for sure. He's really thankful that you shared that. Okay, so I'm hearing lung cancer. Lung cancer. I feel like this is another male energy that's coming through. This one is an older gentleman. And this, I feel like they passed within the last 3 to 5 years. I've got heavy chest weight and it feels almost like water. It feels like my lungs are like filling up.
Mm-hmm.
And that could have been like where they had maybe in a collapsed lung, or that it's, like it starts filling up with fluid a lot of times whenever you get cancer like that, and it starts to form holes and things. This person was pretty fearful. They were pretty fearful when this all went down. I feel like they had to pass alone. But I feel like it was their own will. Like they didn't want everyone to know that they were as bad off as they were, and they kept it a secret till the end. Older male energy.
I honestly don't know who that'd be.
Okay, it's okay. I'm listening. I'm trying to figure out who it is and what this message is that they're wanting to get through to you. They keep saying guilt. Someone feels guilty for not being there. Okay, but they're saying that this is the way that they want it. I feel like this is a grandfather. And it's like he's saying, like, it came on quick, it came on out of nowhere, and it was so far advanced, and it was so like active. He didn't want to even, like, he didn't do all the things to fight it. He didn't want to. He's like, you know what, I want people to remember me the way that I was, where I was happy and healthy, and I don't want to be a burden to anyone. So this person decided to basically take that to the grave, like, just literally, I don't want anybody to know that these things are wrong with me, and this is why they passed alone even. Okay. I mean, my heart just hurts because I feel so like they wanted people there, but they didn't want people to see them in that way. Okay, what are your messages, love? The message is that you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to suffer in silence. There's something that is heavy on your heart, and you're not talking to anyone about it because you don't want to be a burden to anyone. And he's saying, I regret the way that I went, and I don't want you to regret the way that you live by holding things in and not letting other people in. That there's people that love you and care for you and that are trying to support you, but they honestly don't know what to do because you push them away. You keep people at arm's length distance that want to help you. So even if we don't know who he is to you, I'm sure that will come full circle. But
he's calling me out.
Like, you figure those out, but I mean, he obviously knows what's going on. Yeah, he's like, you are literally following in my footsteps, and I don't want you to do that. Because he's like, that, yes, while I didn't want anyone to see me that way, I also didn't get the pleasure and the benefit of being able to have that love and support from my family. And I didn't get to give anyone closure. He said, I left people wondering what happened and why. And I don't want you to live a life of leaving people wondering what happened and why, where you could have had resolve in those situations if you would have just opened up. I really feel like there's a major situation with your mom. And I feel that there's just something that you have on your heart that you're wanting to open up about, and you are holding it in because you're afraid of that vulnerability. That be correct? Yeah. I just feel so heavy. Like I'm just holding it, like my chest. It's just the heaviness.
I think that's where I get that part of my mom from, is that we're so used to putting a guard up and not sharing our feelings because it makes us feel weak. Because we were always taught to be strong and don't show your feelings because it's going to make you weak and everything. And that's how I was raised, like, not to show my feelings and everything, and just to hide how I'm feeling. And that's why I do just keep my feelings in silence, and I don't like talking about anything.
But you know, the only way to heal is to go through that, right? You know, you have to feel it in order to heal it. And I just feel like it's like you just keep taking those wounds, and it's like you just keep piling them up and just like, you know what, it'll be okay. I don't have to worry about that. It's not that big of a deal. I'm strong. I don't need to let that bother me. But the thing is, it's just like you're collecting it all and you're just letting it pile
Mhm.
up. It's becoming so heavy. And that's going to turn into depression and anxiety if you do not deal with it, because there's unresolved fear. And then there's even anger at not being able to express the emotions that you are feeling. So can you look at me for 1 second? I know that this is really hard, but I want to make eye contact with you because I need you to hear this.
And that's hard for me to do too, is make eye contact with anyone.
Yeah. That's why I ask you, are you sure you want to do it? Because you usually like look off like that when we're on camera. You usually like look away. But what I need you to understand is that you are valuable and you are loved, and you do have a plan and a purpose, and you do have so much within you to give to other people, and you deserve the love and support that you always give to everyone else. You deserve to have someone that will stand by you just like you stand by everyone else. But we can't depend on that all the time, right? We can't depend on that for our healing and to meet our needs, but we can use that as an additional tool to help us. They were given to you for a reason. Just like this is a divine connection for us. You and I have grown a lot. You've been through a lot, in the last, almost, gosh, I guess we're coming up on, well, I guess only 9 months, something like that. But, like
Mhm.
you've come such a long way, and you need to remember that how you got to those places. You opened up, you let me in, right? And
Mhm.
then when you opened up and let me in, it's like the floodgates of just abundant blessings and information coming to you, confirmation of every little thing in your life, from childhood memories to things that happened yesterday in your house. Like we've had all of those experiences. And I just feel like God is really trying to get your attention to let you know, like, you're not forgotten. You're
Mhm.
not. And I saw the 5 minutes. I'm sorry. I looked and like nodded, but I didn't say it. I saw it. I see the 2 minutes now. Thank you. But you have got to stop holding it in. That's what you were doing before when things were not going your way, right? It wasn't working, holding it in. So now you've opened up. You're an open heart surgery. You do that anytime you come into a mediumship. I feel it every time you open up, like lotus flower. I'm open, whatever needs to happen. But I feel like as soon as that's done, it's like you could just go right back into, okay, now I got to protect myself again. I can't trust anybody. So you've
Yeah.
got to, yes, there's wisdom in guarding your energy and things, but I need you to try to be more open, especially
Mhm.
especially with your loved ones, especially like with mom, whatever that. I got major hiccups, which that means I need confirmation. Like this is hitting me too. I love how spirit tells on me when I get hiccups in the middle of a reading. But you need to be willing to open up and say whatever's on your heart. Whatever that situation is with mom, you've got ancestors, you got past loved ones that are literally bringing up the situation that's causing such a burden on your heart. So take time, sit with it, ask God
Mhm.
to feel exactly what you need to say. Just, God, give me the words. Don't let it be my words. Let it be your words. Help me to express what I need to express. Help there be resolve to the situation. Help there be positive understanding. Help me have the right words to approach the situation, and just be open and tell people what you need. I think that's the biggest key, especially for people who have like large family mamas, single mamas, people who have just
Mhm.
lost a loved one. 1 minute left. Thank you. So when I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Cause I was like, wait a minute, that wasn't from my person who was timing. I got confused. I was like, wait a second, somebody else said that. Okay, sorry. Let me back up. Tell me what that last part was that I just said. I'm sorry. Do you remember?
No, I forgot to.
Just time to disconnect. Okay. Shoot. Completely lost that train of thought. Okay. Opening up, sharing, being willing to be vulnerable, tell people what you need. That's what I was saying. You've got to tell people what you need, because people in today's society have no idea how to walk through something with someone. They don't know what to do. And so, especially when like it's a big thing like that, where it's, yeah, thank you guys. they're telling me, they're reminding me, but it's all just now coming through. But you have to be willing to be vulnerable and say, okay, I'm struggling in this area. I need help here. So then say, I need help watching the kids. I need an hour or two a week where I can step away and get some alone time and do some journaling, do some healing. Can you watch the kids for me for 2 hours on Tuesdays or whatever? You know, I need to take a nap. Can the kids come hang out with you? Can you take the kids away for the weekend? Can, you know, whatever you need. Hey, can you help me by cooking dinner tonight? You just got to be legit. If you need, like, hey, I'm going through it right now, can we work on meal trains, whatever? Like, don't be embarrassed to ask for help, to ask for what you need. Say what you need, because people don't know what to do and they just wait thinking, well, if she needs me. And the people will say that, like, oh, if you need anything, let me know. Well, they mean that. And you take it as, well, if you, I don't know, I can't think of what I need, you know, in the heat of the emotions in the moment, you can't think of those things. But whenever you pause and you get quiet, you can think of those things. And I need you to like get serious about asking for help in the areas that you need help with, and have the conversation with mom that you need to have. Okay. You're being divinely guided. There's a lot of healing left to do, but I think that, and this is gonna step on your toes a little bit. I think the problem for you right now is exactly what I said a minute ago, that you open. And then the second it's done, you close, which is good to close off energy, but it's not good for you to, it's like you go to church on Sundays and get the message and okay, great. And then you don't live it out throughout the week. Right. So you're here, you're getting your downloads, you're getting your messages. Now it's time to take an action. So Spirit's saying, don't just shut down. Keep your heart light on, keep your heart open, be open and vulnerable. And I know that those are scary words for someone who has to be the strong one. Those are scary words. It's a place that does not feel comfortable, but it's exactly what you need to get to that next level. Because I feel like over the last few weeks, even though we haven't had a lot of lives, when we have connected, your energy shift has been different over the last few weeks. It's been like, you know, you were in this great, good place. And then all of a sudden it was like, phew, you know, and I know that that's because of all the planetary alignments and all the things that are happening there, which we just had, you know, we've got this movement happening right now. Everything, the way that it's aligning right now, is an emotional time frame, but those emotions are there to help you deal with the things that need to be dealt with. Remember, your goal is to get as healed as you possibly can be before this baby comes. So get intentional on the daily, not just when you're on my live, not just when we're doing a mediumship, but every day, intentional growth every day. One thing every day, just one thing. Okay. Work on one thing every day. If today is meditation, do that. If tomorrow's gratitude, do that. If the next day is going out and getting a coffee and sitting at a park, do that. Self-care and healing. You're running out of time before the baby gets here to get your shit together that you want to get together, right? Meaning in here, not just like materially, but in here. So stop shutting down, let people in. Okay. Let people in.
Okay.
You got this. You got this. Don't suffer in silence. Ask for help. Okay.
Okay.
Love you. I'll see you back in the life.
Alrighty.